You are beautiful and deserve love. I just want to tell you that because the world makes it hard to get that validation. Corporations use scummy marketing tactics to try and make you feel like you aren't enough and make you look at yourself in a completely negative light. But for something that's so subjective, we're so controlled by whatever society says is beautiful that it's hard to just accept that praise at face value. Today, I want to explore how beauty standards shape our psyche and how others can use that perception in good and bad ways. Welcome to Psychology. In this series, we'll be tackling how pop culture or something in pop culture has displayed a phenomenon where we can learn from it in the context of psychology and mental health. If you like the series and don't want to miss out on future episodes, don't forget to show us support by liking and subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to click on the bell icon to get a new notification whenever we post a new video. The psychology of beauty and what it constitutes is a broad topic that many psychologists have dedicated entire studies to, and is something that maybe we're several more episodes and discussing on its own, but I'll try to keep it in bite-sized portions for this one video. The Boston University of Medicine published an article in 2019 that stated how the perception of beauty and attractiveness is heavily influenced by various biological, psychological, cultural, and social aspects. There's actually a belief among researchers that beauty preferences are partly the result of a cognitive process that develops early on in life, with humans having a seemingly automatic ability to categorize a person as beautiful or not. Previous studies have attributed beauty and attractiveness to relatively stable face and body characteristics. Though recent studies have shown that what each person defines as beautiful, however, is also strongly influenced by their environment and perceptual adaptation. It is important to note that what each person considers to be beautiful is constantly being updated by his or her own experiences, thus contributing to a mental depiction of what attractiveness means to that particular individual. In summary, true beauty is likely an evolving interplay between time-constant biological traits and the continuous molding that occurs through exposures in our environment. There's no denying that social media plays a significant role in shaping what society deems as beautiful. How exactly does it do that, however? A meta-study by Henriquez and Patnaik in 2020 discussed how social media affects the physical and psychological beauty of individuals in society, as well as their mental health. Our exposure to beauty ideals and trends will, without us knowing, influence our own personal standards and deepen our insecurities. This will then be a catalyst and motivator for a series of changes. For example, these insecurities may lead to a variety of health problems such as eating disorders, anxiety, and depression. People often succumb to that same pressure of adhering to the beauty standard and make a change in their physical appearance as a result. Sometimes the outcome is good, promoting inclusivity, healthy habits, and a healthy lifestyle overall. Other times, it lowers our self-esteem and promotes unhealthy standards and habits that take a toll on our mental health. While we have plenty of negative beauty standards, the ones that shun being overweight, having darker or imperfect skin, etc., our society is slowly but surely starting to promote positive and healthier beauty standards. Standards that are more inclusive and health-focused. In the case of negative beauty standards, as mentioned earlier, promoting unrealistic and unhealthy ideals can be detrimental to one's mental health and body image. Thousands, if not millions, of individuals are affected by the white, thin, and pretty symbol of health. The current standards of beauty are dangerously unattainable, especially in terms of thinness, because the gap between realistic expectations and the ideal continues to grow larger every day. These days, a new beauty trend has been taking center stage, however, called body positivity. Individuals of different ethnicities, faces, and bodies are now all considered beautiful, and social media, more often than not, tries to showcase an inclusive ideal of beauty. This in turn promotes positive body image and self-esteem, and a healthy way of looking at beauty. Whom we deem beautiful is a reflection of our values. Now, a more expansive world has arrived where we are all beautiful. With the effects of social media on beauty standards in mind, I want to talk about a recent controversy in the Philippines that displays this phenomenon well. On August 10, the Philippine medical aesthetic clinic Bello was bombarded with immense criticism due to an ad they released which portrayed a woman becoming progressively uglier due to the effects of the pandemic and then choosing to be better, which was implied could be done by using Bello's cosmetic enhancing services. Now, the ad was bashed for being insensitive of the current national situation and body shaming those who have been struggling to maintain a healthy lifestyle during lockdown, which we're on again for who knows how long, so I'll just assume I'll see you on December. Anyway, shortly after, Bello took the ad down and apologized for their insensitivity. Although Bello is the most recent offender, this isn't the first company in the beauty industry to do this. In 2017, Dove tried to promote negative beauty standards as well by promoting whitening products in a 3-second ad where an African-American woman turns white and beautiful from using their product back in 2017. This blatantly racist marketing was then deleted, and once again, the company had to apologize. Though I can't say if they learned their lesson, however, as whitening products are still prominent in areas like the Philippines to this very day. These tactics from both companies are shady, but it's not a new method of marketing. This actually falls under inadequacy marketing. Marketing wherein an advert would make the viewer feel less of themselves and reinforce the idea that they desperately need the product, or else they will be considered as inadequate in whatever shape or form, in this case, beauty. Now, this has been all about social media so far, but no beauty analysis would be complete without talking about beauty pageants. The concept of a beauty contest is an American invention, where women were displayed on a stage through public events such as rallies or parades, and these continued on as long as the community remained respectful towards them. It wasn't until 1854 where an American showman named P.T. Barnum formally organized a beauty contest where women would appear on stage with their best outfits and be judged based on their physical beauty. It evolved since then, with women in swimsuits becoming more acceptable in the early 19th century, the opening of the first American beauty pageant in 1921, and the rising popularity of beauty pageants all over the world in the 1950s. The phenomenon is particularly popular and celebrated here in the Philippines, which, as a fun fact for all of you, has the second most number of beauty pageant crowns in the world. The United States having the same number of 15, and Venezuela claiming first place with 23. Unlike in other countries where beauty pageant winners are regarded as winners of a television show at most, beauty queens in the Philippines go to a higher level where they're treated in similar levels as the president of the country. This is why they're celebrated as Philippine heroes, for they give hope to the country despite the current economic struggle that we all currently face. Pageants are no stranger to controversy, sadly. In the Philippines, the winner of Miss World 2008, Janina San Miguel, had reported to Channel News Asia that she experienced strict supervisions from contests, sexual propositions, and social isolation. This resulted in her surrendering her title after 3 months. It's possible that other contestants have experienced these circumstances as well. As the popularity grew within the country, beauty contests eventually became, as quoted in the article, a hunting ground for sexual predators. These may also include sponsors where beauty queens are forced to keep silent despite all the harassment that they may have experienced. These sponsors are often those who are in powerful positions. Let me just say before continuing the analysis that to see sponsors and powerful figures harass and objectify these participants is truly deplorable. Despite all the negativity mentioned so far, pageants, especially the more recent iterations of them, have become more positive things where beauty and other advocacies can be promoted. And I don't want the actions of assholes to overshadow the good that these pageant contestants and staff have done. Miss World's slogan, "Beauty with a Purpose," showcases the new outlook pageants have in what counts as beautiful. In pageants now, they no longer focus on just the outer beauty, such as the glamorous hair, the very fair skin, smile, and body. They now also place great emphasis in having inner beauty alongside our looks. By having an advocacy, beauty pageants find a reason to exist. It sends a message that despite all the vanity and superficiality, beauty pageants are not apathetic and have a genuine concern for what's happening around the world. For example, with people of color, Black women originally weren't allowed to compete for Miss America until the 1940s. It wasn't until 1990 when the first Black woman was crowned as Miss America. And well, since then, women of color began winning titles such as when Miss Jamaica won the Miss World title all the way back in 2019. Transgender women also became more acknowledged, as it took years for transgender contestants to be accepted into beauty pageants of any kind at all to begin with. It wasn't until the winner of Miss USA Nevada, Cataluna Enriquez, became the first openly transgender contestant for Miss USA in 2019. Another transgender contestant who participated in a beauty pageant is Angela Ponce, for representing Spain for Miss Universe 2018. Even if she didn't win a crown, she became known around the world as the first contestant who participated in an international competition. For years now, pageants have been known for being shallow and selective of a very specific beauty standard. Slowly but surely, however, we're definitely starting to see pageants stray from that outdated mindset. In pageants, especially international ones, gender, race, and body inclusivity hold a lot of influence in the promotion of body positivity. They have the power to set an entirely new example of what's considered as beautiful. And the winner of Miss Universe 2018, Catriona Gray, I think perfectly sums it up well in this quote. I think that pageantry is a beautiful arena to start in pioneering for more inclusivity and more representation. And I feel like in this modern age, we really are. And I'm excited about what pageantry looks like over the next coming years. Now, just in here. Again, I just want to reiterate after all that we've talked about today is that you're enough. No matter what companies say you have to be or declare what is beautiful as the standard, as long as you're a good person, regardless of your skin tone, race, gender at birth, weight, or any physical attributes, as long as you're making an effort to be the best version of yourself every single day, then you're more than qualified to be called beautiful. With that, thank you all for watching. If you want to see me elaborate on these topics in a more casual setting with someone in the beauty business, you can look at our previous video where we interviewed one of the contestants for Miss Universe 2021. Please comment any topic you'd like for us to tackle next, and like and subscribe to the channel, please. I hope you all have a great day, and I hope you all remember you're beautiful.